Hello, hello, hey, sweet, sweet people. How you doing? My name's Foster. I'm an English teacher. I am the co-host of Inglês, nossa, Rádio. Welcome to another episode. As always, I am here with... Who am I here with?
Alexia.
Hey, Alexia, how are you doing today?
I am doing great. What about you?
I'm doing just fine. I can't complain.
Awesome.
So let's get right into it.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that you know that sweet people, when you say sweet people, is a copycat from my dad.
Okay, so two things. This week on the show, we're talking about different expressions. Yesterday, we talked about expressions with animals. So we learned about the phrase copycat, just in case you didn't listen to the show yesterday. Secondly, you can't say you're being a copycat from my dad. You could say you're copying my dad.
You're a copycat.
Yeah, you could say you're a copycat. And finally, yes, I'm probably copying your dad, but honestly, I was copying the tallest man on earth. But both ways, I am being a copycat. You are correct.
Okay, so today we are still talking about expressions, and I think that we are going to change the subject, right?
Yeah.
It's not animals anymore.
So yesterday we talked about fun expressions that have to do with animals. Today we are talking about common expressions that we use in English all the time that are connected to the body.
Ooh.
How does that sound?
Sounds interesting.
Okay, so yesterday Alexia was pretty much 100% with all of the expressions.
Hey, 100% pretty much? No, 100.
Okay, we'll see how you do today.
Not 100.
So first expression today, Alexia. We have the expression to be nosy or a nosy person.
Yeah.
Do you understand this?
Yes, it's when someone wants to know everything about the situation, but in a bad way, like curioso, but in a bad way. Why are you being so nosy about this?
Exactly. Yeah. Do you have a good translation for this in Portuguese?
I'm trying to think. Of course we do, but of course I can't think right now, but
I think I have a good one.
It's not like fofoqueiro. It's not that.
No, I think you would say metido or
No.
intrometido.
Intrometido.
There we go. Intrometido.
Yeah. Intrometido. Yeah. Exactly.
So someone that is nosy, like Alexia said, they're curious, but not in a good way. Like they are involved in things, asking you questions about things that maybe are a little bit private for you. They're just in your business too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Do you have maybe friends or people you know that are nosy?
Yes, I used to. They are not my friends anymore.
Okay, that's
all
fair
my
enough.
Friends are not nosy at all. They know their limits. I know my limits about their personal stuff. So that's why we call them friends.
Exactly.
Now, colegas and conhecidos is different.
So coworkers and acquaintances.
Yes.
Do you want to say that with me? Coworkers?
Coworkers.
And acquaintances.
Acquaintances. But peraí, co-workers, it's not co-worker, like colleague, like it's someone, yeah, okay, it's the same.
Yeah, a coworker and a colleague is the same thing for us.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, to be honest, colleague sounds quite formal for me, and coworker is just someone that you work with.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, nosy is almost always a negative thing. The two most common examples I can think of is just like, don't be nosy. Like, hey, don't worry about that. That's my personal issues. Or, like, oh, that person's very nosy. Like that person, you need to keep some secrets with them.
Yeah. And that's why I'm saying, like, they're not your friends. So,
yeah, cool. Okay. expression number 1, check. Good job, Alexia. Are you ready for the second expression connected to the body?
Yes.
Okay. If someone has a big mouth, or if someone is a big
Fofoqueiro.
mouth.
Yeah, fofoqueiro. That, this person talks about the other people's lives and it's a fofoqueiro.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good translation. So someone with a big mouth it's not only with gossip, like fofoca, but also it's just someone that talks too much, but especially about things
Tagarela.
that should be private.
Okay, so someone who talks too much in Portuguese, we would say like tagarela. It doesn't stop talking at all. And when it's about the other people's business, we would say,
Do you remember yesterday we recorded podcast and I had to correct you many times about the same mistake?
About other people's business.
About other people's business.
Yes. I didn't say the other people.
You did say the other people.
No, not the second time.
Yeah. So Alexia has the tendency when she's talking about other people to say the other people. But in English, it's already implied when we say other people that we're talking about the other people. So we don't use the in that case. Okay?
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. So a big mouth or someone with a big mouth does not physically mean that someone has a large mouth. It means you probably don't want to tell that person a lot of your secrets because they will probably tell the whole world.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay. Are you ready for the next one?
Did you have any problems with someone being a big mouth next to you?
Yeah, most of my friends are pretty quiet.
Yeah. Well, okay. Next one.
Okay, next phrase. Can I get a quick drum roll, por favor? Next English expression connected to the body is to see eye to eye.
Yeah, when you don't see eye to someone, is that you can't agree with this person on that subject, for example, or about everything about that person as well.
Exactly.
And when you see eye to eye, is the opposite, is that you agree with everything.
That is perfect. So can you give me a real life example? I mean, you can create an example, but give me an example.
We don't see eye to eye about politics with our parents.
Okay, with our parents, yeah. I was going to say, what do we not see eye to eye on with politics? I think we're kind of on the same page.
With our parents.
Yeah, that is an understatement. Yeah, so to see eye to eye, you can imagine if you are looking at someone directly, like your eyes are meeting their eyes perfectly. It's like balance. You're on the same page. So if you see eye to eye, that means you agree with them. You guys are good. If you don't, that means there is disagreement.
Yes.
Cool. Great job. Okay. Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you know this one, but we probably use kind of a different version most of the time. So the next phrase, a pain in the neck.
Which we use with ASS.
Yes. So most of the time, Alexia and I say a pain in the ass. Ass can be a pain in the ass. It's not like a strong phrase, but it can be a little bit inappropriate in some context. And lately, I'm trying to clean up my language on the podcast a little bit. So, a pain in the neck.
After the worksheets, you've been doing this.
Yeah, doing all of the worksheets, I recognized how many times I was cursing on the show, and yeah, some people have asked me to tone it down a little bit, so I'm trying.
Okay.
Cool.
So pain in the neck is like, oh my God, that person's such a pain in the neck, pain in the ass. Or it's like, I'm struggling to deal with that person. She's too annoying.
Exactly. And you can use it as a noun, just like you did, and say that person's such a pain in the neck. Or you can use it as an adjective to describe a situation. Like, this project is such a pain in the neck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome.
Next one. Yes, I'm getting 100% by now. Let's go.
You're 100%, and I'm pretty sure you will continue that trend here. The next phrase we have is to be or to have a sweet tooth.
That's me. That's Alexia. The description about it's like Alexia Souza from Brazil and now living in Portugal.
Yeah, if you look up a sweet tooth in the dictionary, there's a picture of Alexia with some chocolate in her mouth.
A cute picture with brigadeiros or donuts or something like that.
So
a sweet
Alexia,
tooth.
Cappuccino. Can you, I know you understand this one, so can you describe this to me in English before you give the Portuguese translation?
I was trying to.
Okay, I was just making sure.
So, sweet tooth is like, okay, Foster, when he was here with us before coronavirus, he became a huge sweet tooth because of me.
Okay, debatable, but explain what you mean.
You told me that. Is that you were eating more desserts or more candies or sweet stuff more often.
Yeah, exactly. So a sweet tooth is simply someone that really loves to eat sweets, sweet things.
And do you know how we say that in Portuguese?
I do, but it is escaping my mind at the moment. Give me 1 second. Give me a...
It's an animal. Not an animal. It's a bug. Is it a bug?
Formigão.
Formiguinha.
Formiguinha. Ah.
Essa é uma formiga, essa é uma formiguinha.
Formigão.
Is formiga a bug?
Ant.
I know, amor, but is it a... As formigas são o quê?
Oh, are you asking, is an ant
São inseto.
technically also considered a bug?
É um inseto, não é?
You are asking the wrong person. Okay, our last bodily expression for today, Alexia. This is one that I have used with you before, and I'm not completely sure if you understand it. So our last expression today is to play it by ear.
Yeah, the only thing that I think that I'm gonna pass this one, but the only thing that it comes on my mind when you say that to like play by ear.
Okay, so you can say the only thing that comes to mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great phrase, to come to mind. Yeah, the only thing that occurs to me.
Yeah.
Okay, kind of. So let me give you an example and we'll see if that helps.
Or, wait, can I try?
Sure.
Last thing, for example, when you are playing piano and you listen to a song and you're playing it by ear without reading the lyrics or the notes.
Exactly. So,
ok, então tá, tocando pelo ouvido, exatamente. It's the same in Portuguese.
Okay, so that is correct, but I do have to add one thing. So in music, we have the phrase to play by ear or to play something by ear, which means you are not using sheet music or you don't have any resources to help you. You're just listening to the music and you're figuring out the music just by listening to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so that is one thing, and that is specifically in the context of playing music. Okay?
Uh-huh.
But in everyday conversation, we can also say to play it by ear. And it's a very similar idea, but it's a little bit different. So, for example, if I say, so earlier this morning, Alexa, you asked me, hey, what time are you going to meet with your friend John? And I said, I don't know. We're just going to play it by ear. Do you understand that?
Yeah, see how it goes. Just follow the flow.
Exactly. To go with the flow. We're not really going to make plans. We're just going to do things naturally and see what happens.
Yeah. Yay. Well, I could say that I did pretty good.
Yeah, to play it by ear is a very, very useful phrase. Do you have a good translation for this in Portuguese?
Minha mãe falava escutar tipo, seguir pelo ouvido. For example, she used to be a ballet dancer from Teatro Municipal of Rio.
A ballet dancer.
Yeah,
Episode
and
96, Como pronunciar palavras francesas em inglês.
okay, so sometimes they were rehearsing. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they didn't have the maestro.
The conductor or something like that, director.
Yeah, and there were some people who used to play the orchestra, and they were there, and then the dancers were there as well. So they like asked to play something really quick so they could rehearsal. So they were playing it by ear. Estavam tocando só pelo ouvido. But I'm not sure if this is a correct one.
Yeah, I think so. That's a very specific example with very specific context. I'm imagining, so imagine in Portuguese, if you're trying to plan something with someone and you don't really want to make very specific plans, what would you say? Like, let's just go with the flow. Let's just see what happens.
Vamos ver como é que é.
Yeah.
I don't know, because music related is what I said, like tocar de ouvido.
Yeah, I was thinking something like, vamos ver, vamos deixar rolar. Vamos ver o que acontece.
It's like improviso, right? So
exactly, it is to improvise, but I was looking for a better word than to improvise.
I don't know. Maybe next episode we'll have a better word and then we can talk about it. But
yeah, you guys get the point. To play it by ear, to go with the flow, to just kind of take things easy. Okay, cool. There you go, Alexia. I believe that was, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fantastic phrases talking about the body. These are all very, very common. We use these all the time. So in your next conversation, try to use these things. And I think native speakers will be really happy and really impressed with you.
Awesome.
Okay. Thanks, guys. We will see you tomorrow.
Bye.